Good morning.
Ma'am, I am going to give a presentation. I am representing level A. So you are watching NDTV, and I am going to I am going to present the top first news of today. That first of all, Modi to team set agenda ensure time or bound delivery. First of all point, and second point is the Delhi Sarthagwal tops CBSE class 12 with 99 percentage. And third point is that every to the given 96 crores or less the intend the Jaipur metro services. Then the fourth point is the CBSE BMW launches by the Sachin Tendulkar is the great cricketer of India. And the sixth point is the Night Riders and the 18th win and the Azores advance to final. And the sixth point is the biggest news of Bollywood. The Salman and Katrina back on the screen and back on the screen. So we want to take a short break of for 10 seconds.
Actions.
And the first news of politician. That's the Modi to team the set agenda ensure the time boundary delivery. The strategy approach Prime Minister asked Cabinet Minister to work closely with the states to ensure the collective progress of the country. The Modi tells Chinese PM will deal with the issue. That you all know that the Modi, the China PM give their soldiers interest in the limits of India. That's Modi tells Chinese PM will deal with issues. Then the third point of the education point is that the Delhi Sarthagwal tops CBSE in 12th class with 99%. I did not hit. He gives a status that I did not take any tuition. My focus was on the quality of the hours and I spent on the study. CBSE toppers. It's a status of CBSE toppers. And the fourth point is the of Delhi of the Jaipur metro. Jaipur metro ADB to give the 9069 crore rupees 9016 crore rupees loan to the infant Jaipur metro services. The first phase of the project is expand to with the complement of March 28. It means the work of the Jaipur metro will be complete on 2018 2018. And the sixth point, the biggest point of the cricket of Sachin launches BMW new X5S. It's the first Suzu and rolls. It's a model name and out the mass pick out the looking to tap into the growing pick up the market in the India and the Japanese first Suzu and motor in the Thursday and opened its first outlet in the national cabinet release while launching its demonstrations of the pickups that compares the models of price at the between the price of first Suzu between the 5.89 and 6.99 crore lakh rupees, and it's launched by Sachin. And the third issue of the cricket. Cricket issue is the men's play. That Night Riders and 18 win in a 18 win in advance to final easily. Does it Gambhir's boys make merry in the rain. Post of comfortable victory over the Kings 11 Punjab. Kings 11 Punjab to face for a spot in final. And the last news of that, the Salman and Katrina comes back on the screen with after a long time. So I want to tell you about this. Salman and Katrina back on the screen. Sajid is waiting for the Salman, and Sajid is gave his status. Sajid is waiting for Salman and not about the bringing Katrina and the bots for this special song, which they want to share the screen with a song. And one can look attractive if one is confidently. So it's that was the biggest news of today. So we will take a short break. Action.
Hello, good morning everybody.
Very good morning.
I am Pawan Kumar. You are watching the CBSE news. The topmost today's breaking news are: first one is a massive fire breaks out a commercial building at the Suras. This was located in Sahara area of the city. There are 10 fire tenders at the spot. Yet fighters are still dousing the fire. It was in the cloth market. And the second, the politician news is that the Modi list its top 10 priorities. The first one is that implement policy in time-bound manner. Second one is immediate information updates. Third one is better inter-ministerial coordination. Fourth one is building confidence in bureaucracy. Fifth one is increasement of officers. And the fifth one is improvement of education, water, health infra. Seventh one is technology and social media to maximum effect, restore confidence and bureaucracy. Focus on economy and infrastructure ministers. And the last one is gear up government machinery to the project. And the Modi goes PM of the China. PM Modi and the PM of the China argues to maintain a high-level interactions. The Mia Sushma Swaraj talks between Modi and the China's Premier Li Keqiang were cordial. Now I will meet after a short break. Welcome back. And the fourth one biggest news is that the Kerry calls Sushma. U.S. Secretary of the State John Kerry called Mia Sushma at the last night. So says Kerry Sushma discussed re-energizing India ties. Modi asks ministers to be careful of appointing people in a staff. The first session of the 16th Lok Sabha will be held from 4th to 11th June. And now about the sports news. Night Riders on the 8th match and advance to the finals. Thanks.
Action.
Hi friends.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine and you?
I'm also fine.
That's great.
Thank you.
Welcome.
My friends, as you know that today I'm going to play a role of reporter. Good morning India. This is Vicky D'Souza and you're watching News X. And now the most top 10 news of today. Firstly, sports news. Night Riders on 8 win in a row. Advance to final. Egypt does it. Gambhir's ball make merry in the rain. Post a comfortable victory over Kings 11 Punjab. And the second best news of sports that today's match will be Kings 11 Punjab versus Chennai Super Kings. And who will win that go to the final. Politics news. PM Modi likely to move in RCR today. New Delhi Prime Minister Narendra Modi will sit to the official residence of the Prime Minister at West Coast Road on Friday, source said. And the third news is being the Taliban in the up two sisters were hanging out to the tree after rape by two policemen. And now it's time for Bollywood news. Salman Khan is disturbed when his fans make the first look of his upcoming movie Kick. Take a stay tuned for the look for the magic unfold. Take a short break. It's time for 6 news. Modi to team set agenda. Ensure time bound delivery. Steadfast approach. Prime Minister asks cabinet ministers to work closely with states to ensure the collective programs of the country. New Delhi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi unveiled his broad policy focus on Thursday, instructing his ministers to prepare their response time agenda for the first 100 days in office and ensure their time-bound delivery. Modi told his cabinet to focus on efficient sector organs, delivery and implementation of projects and to work closely with states to ensure the collective programs of the country. Woman pushed out of train by TTE dies. Mumbai. The Jharkhand Government Railway Police GRP arrested a traveling ticket examiner TTE on Thursday for allegedly caused in the death of 32-year-old woman who was trying to board a moving train following a speech over her ticket. According to the sources in Jharkhand Railway Police, Ujjwala, Nilesh Pandey and her two relatives had to board the Janata Express between 5:30 am and 6 am on Thursday to travel to Khandwa. And the most news, international news, Modi tells Chinese PM will deal with Ijud. Beijing, New Delhi, Chinese Premier Li Keqiang convinced his government to establish robust partnership with the new government during a call to his Indian counterpart Narendra Modi, who expressed keenness to work closely to deal with any outstanding issues. Delhi's Sarthak Agarwal tops CBSE class for 12th with 19.6, and it's the news of about education. New Delhi. Delhi's Sarthak Agarwal scored an aggregate of 1990.6 to become the All India topper as the Central Board of Secondary Education declared class 12th examination results in Delhi and Dehradun on Thursday. The results in the rest of the regions have already been declared. That's the news.
Good morning, friends.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine.
I'm also fine.
That's nice.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Today I'm the reporter, and my name is Ganesh Sani, and I'm talking from the news aspect. And this time I'm bringing some burning news in front of you. And the first news coming that the red girl Dhamini is not getting the place to living in the Sikar, and the second news coming that the temperature of the Sikar is being increased, and it's the highest temperature of the Sikar in this year. And the third news is coming from Bollywood that the Katrina and Salman is coming back on the screen with a new film, and they are coming with after a long time on the Bollywood screen. And I'm telling about the sports news, and these are some most sports news. And the spirit of the football is coming back, and in the 13 days the FIFA World Cup is coming nearer to us. And the other news of the sports coming that the cricket news, and the Kolkata Knight Riders beat to the Kings of Punjab by the 28 runs, and he reached in the final. And in other ways, the Chennai Super Kings defeated to the Mumbai Indians by 7 wickets, and went to the qualified 2. And if it will be happen in between the Chennai Super Kings and the Kolkata Knight Riders, who will win, who will go to the IPL 7th final. I will take this a little break. We will come back.
Action.
Welcome guys, and just I'm presenting some more news in front of you. The BMW, the new car is launched by Sachin Tendulkar, the big cricketer. The god of the cricket launched the BMW, the new car. Its rate is 71 lakh rupees. And the other news is coming in front of you that the Modi called to the Chinese Prime Minister for the issues, and they will talk about that. Talk about the matters. And the Samriti Irani is saying that whatever this time have read about the 10, 12 or 3 years, I will not by my talent and by my personality. And the other news coming in front of you, there is 25 lakhs babies can now operate for private telecom services. And the Transparency Corp can help regain black money. The Modi held a unity of the SRIT who will bring the money, black money in the India. The Apple buys beats for 3 billion streaming music. Fighting inflation priority for new government Naidu. New Delhi, containing inflation is an obvious priority for the new government. Parliamentary Affairs Minister of the Vinakai Naidu said after a cabinet meeting on Thursday. And the biggest politician of the Congress said that the Congress lost the elections just because of the scams, because they did the spectrum scams. That is why they lost the elections. That's all about all the top most news.